Infrastructural resources in school, physical space and barrier-free environment basics Odisha B.N. Infrastructural resources in school, physical space and barrier-free environment. Introduction. Infrastructural resources are the physical and material facilities available in an educational institution that directly impact the teaching-learning process, safety, accessibility, and overall well-being of both students and staff. According to the Right to Education (RTE) Act 2009, every school must ensure the provision of adequate infrastructure to promote inclusive, equitable, and quality education. Infrastructure not only refers to buildings and classrooms but also includes essential elements like furniture, sanitation, water, open space, and accessibility features for children with special needs, CWSN, contributing to a barrier free learning environment. Physical space in schools. 1. School building. A well constructed and safe school building is the foundation of a positive learning environment. It must be structurally sound and weatherproof. Include adequate classrooms with proper ventilation and lighting. Have separate rooms for the headmaster, staff, library, science lab, and computer lab in upper primary secondary schools. Be child-friendly and inclusive in its design and color. 2. Open space and playground. A sufficient open area and playground is essential for students' physical development and recreational needs. Encourages sports, games, yoga, and co-curricular activities. Reduces stress and promotes overall mental and physical well-being. 3. Furniture and equipment. Every classroom must be equipped with age-appropriate benches, desks, and chairs. Blackboards or whiteboards. Teaching aids and basic technological tools like projectors or smart boards in modern schools. Storage facilities for students and teachers. Water and sanitation facilities. 1. Safe drinking water. Every school must provide access to clean and safe drinking water. Installation of water filters, purifiers, and regular maintenance is essential. Water points must be at a height accessible to all children, including those with disabilities. 2. Sanitation and toilets. Schools should have separate, hygienic toilets for boys and girls. Toilets should be functional, regularly cleaned, and have a water supply. The presence of sanitary napkin disposal units and changing rooms supports adolescent girls. 3. Hand washing facilities. Provision of hand washing stations with soap and water is vital to promote hygiene. Plays a significant role in preventing diseases and maintaining health. Barrier-free environment. Creating a barrier-free environment is central to inclusive education, ensuring that children with disabilities or special needs can access and participate fully in school life. 1. Ramps and handrails. Ramps with proper gradient and handrails should be provided at all entrances and toilets. Ensures easy mobility for wheelchair users and students with physical impairments. 2. Wide doorways and corridors. Doorways must be wide enough for wheelchairs. Corridors should be obstruction-free, with tactile markers for the visually impaired. 3. Accessible toilets. At least one disabled-friendly toilet should be present in every school. Should include handrails, support bars, and sufficient space for movement. 4. Signage and visual aids. Use of pictorial signs, braille indicators, and large print boards to aid CWSN. Emergency signs and evacuation plans should be clearly visible and understandable. 5. Assistive devices and technology. Hearing aids, magnifiers, braille kits, and talking calculators should be available for relevant students. Schools should integrate technology that helps children with learning difficulties access content more easily. Importance of infrastructural resources enhances learning outcomes by providing comfort, safety, and motivation. Encourages higher attendance and reduced dropout rates, especially for girls and CWSN. Promotes equity and social inclusion by removing physical and psychological barriers. Improves the overall image of the school, making it more inviting for community and parental involvement. Provisions under RTE and government schemes. The RTE Act 2009 specifies the norms for school infrastructure. Schemes like Samagra Shiksha Abhiyan, Swachh Vidyalaya Abhiyan, and Sugamya Bharat Abhiyan, Accessible India Campaign, support infrastructure development. Grants for school development, repair, toilet construction, and barrier-free infrastructure are regularly provided to government schools. Challenges and recommendations. Many rural and tribal schools lack proper toilets, furniture, and drinking water. Budget constraints, poor maintenance, and lack of awareness hinder implementation. It is essential to regularly assess infrastructural needs, ensure community participation in maintaining facilities, train staff on inclusive design principles, allocate funds for barrier-free features in every new school project. Conclusion. Infrastructural resources are the backbone of a functional and inclusive education system. They not only provide a conducive physical environment for learning but also ensure dignity, safety, and equal opportunity for every learner. Special focus on barrier-free design promotes inclusive education as envisioned under the RTE Act and National Education Policy. Thus, government policies, school leaders, and communities must collaborate to build schools that are not just buildings but vibrant spaces of equitable learning.